the legendary Naughty by Nature.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Naughty 90s.
Naughty 90s. So, you grew up in Jersey.
Born and raised.
What part?
Born in Newark, raised in East Orange, but they like right next to each other. All the family is from all parts there. Irvington, everything connected, you know. Fatal, rest in peace, Hussein. Montclair right there. Yeah. All surrounding everything orange. You feel what I'm saying? Everything around is Jersey. From north to top, we one tribe.
Now, Jersey was pretty crazy back then.
Crazy now.
Crazy now. Has it improved or is it pretty much the same?
Nah, I'm saying it's like, back in the days, it used to be like codes and rules and stuff, and like now it's like, how can I explain it? Like if you in the wild and anything else, like if you do studies, like we all are animals, we all are part of the earth. If you look like in Africa or anything else, when they killing the rhinos and the elephants for their tusks and they kill the male, the bull, the leader of the family, when you see when the mothers is there, the little ones run wild because the father ain't there. He say one word, bows there. With them, they just is not there. So it's the same thing with the way we are as people. When you got the majority of the heads of the family, which is the male, which is either not in the house or dead or locked up, then the little ones is out there making their own rules. They don't respect the elders or anything no more. And for the humans and what we do is like, I say it's way worse because, for one, it's way more guns.
Yeah.
It's way more drugs. Back in the days, you had weed. You know, you drunk your 40 ounces and your little drinks. But now they like on real hardcore like drugs. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like by the time you really wake up, you be in prison not knowing what you did forever because a drug is making you do some things that you wouldn't normally do if you was just on weed or some drink. You feel me?
Now, I mean, you mentioned, you know, families and fathers and so forth. Now, I remember you had that one verse. You said, never knew my dad, motherfuck the fag.
Ghetto bastard.
Ghetto bastard. Exactly. So you never knew your dad?
Nah.
You never met him?
Nah, I met him when I was 12.
Yeah.
And for a little while, then he moved out and I didn't know where he went. You feel me? And then I had a show on VH1 with my lady called Couples Therapy with Dr. Jen and everything else. And after 30 years, I met him again for the first time.
Wow.
You feel me? So like growing up though, I had to basically, my mom's work, she was a nurse. So she had different hours. And when she did like 3 to 11, it's like we coming home from school, my little brother Diesel, he was 4 years younger than me. So basically we was taking care of ourselves in the household. And by 11 o'clock coming in, you know, it ain't really no supervision. So we out doing what we doing and stuff. So, but it was a different thing because where we was from, it was like, if you was 12 years old, 13, you can't go nowhere and say, yo, give me a bag of weed. If you had the money, they do it. They like, look, if you don't get your ass in the house, it's like nowadays, it's like you part of the team. And the younger you are, the more you somebody that could be a mule or just part of this and you're into so much more. When we came up, it was like Boy Scouts. It was the Rams, the Pee Wee League, which was football, baseball, basketball, all of that. It was rec centers and everything else. It's like, they wonder what's going on. It's like now the kids don't have no type of recreation or anything. Yeah. So that was one reason when, like Jersey, I guess, became like the stolen car capital. These kids was just stealing cars for fun. It was nothing else to do.
Yeah, like the movie New Jersey Drive.
Yeah, well, that was bullshit.
Okay.
That was really good. Look at Viceland, Mike Williams, shout out to yeah. It's like, that was like not interpreted well. And it's like, it's really was just a shame because like I said, it ended up, they wasn't stealing cars to chop them up for money, to get parts, to do anything. They was doing it just to have something to do because there was nothing else to do.
Yeah. Now, I mean, growing up, you talked about at certain points you were homeless, you were sleeping in the park. Mm-hmm. Now, what exactly happened to put you in that type of spot?
Well, actually, my mom's, she just wasn't no joke. She was like, you can't abide by my rules, you get out. So it was like when I'm 16, 17, hard head, you know, sometimes you got to get hard love. So it's like when my mom said get out, I left. And, you know, she think, oh, you're going to come back and anything else. But I didn't come back. And that's when I just really started hustling hard. I was selling little bags of weed and anything else. But then in the 80s, that's when, like, the crack era came in and everything else. So With me, I just had a gang of clothes at different homies' house. When they moms go to work, I'll go shave and bathe. Well, I wasn't shaving them, but bathe and change clothes. Yeah. But I was basically living in the park, hustling. Up the hill and down the hill. All the way from top of the hill, 6th Ave, all the way to Raleigh Park, up top. You feel me? So I just knew so many people from all over because I rhymed as well. So everybody knew Tiny T. That was my name first. Tiny T Treachery. You feel me? So they knew me all over. So if I had shit left over from one spot, I could go to another spot. And I just had family. A lot of people couldn't do that because it was like you either from up the hill or down the hill. And down the hill further ended up being Newark. Mm-hmm. So it was like you had to be, but I could float all over. Plus I had family in Newark, family in East Orange. So I always used to get off my packs. Yeah. So, you feel me? So it was like, I ain't gotta listen to moms no more.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm out here, I'm doing me, and it's like, I'm feeling love in the streets.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm feeling love, I'm feeling comfortable here. I'm feeling like this could be me, because you don't know at that age consequences, you feel what I'm saying?
Sure. Now, I mean, when you talk about selling crack, a lot of shit comes with that. Mm-hmm. I mean, what do you think was the worst thing you went through during that era?
Crack was like a whole different charge. You get more time. So we just told her the fiends had to do it. But probably the worst thing was like when we out there, probably the worst time is like when they shot up, when Stick Up Kids came. Mm. And they wasn't even really coming to stick shit up. They started shooting from the corner.
Oh, so they were just gonna...
They was like, oh, they got the hot block. Ain't nobody saying with a stash at. That's the first time we saw like assault rifles. We had little 38s and motherfucking like what the fuck, little 4.5. What the fuck is that? You feel me? KG got skinned in the neck.
Oh wow!
Just by being outside, they shot up like pregnant girl in the car, homie, boom. Luckily nobody died, but it was like a wake up call to us. Like we gotta get in the game now.
Yeah.
Or get out of it, because it's some real live savages out here.
Well, because you talked about you were like on the biggest drug block in your area.
One of, yeah. It was like from down the hill, it was 18, 15, 6th Ave, top of the hill. All that, we ran all of that. And we had homies that was in different, but 18th Street, how we end up like really being like one of the biggest because every other block looked like paid in full. Big gold chains, they had the BMWs, the BBSs, the scooters, the cars. And I used to always kick it on the porch with OG, rest in peace, old man Dave. He was 67 years old in the wheelchair. And they're like, why you always just sit on the porch with the old man? I said, man, you know how much jewels is with that guy right there? You know how much he know? He knows so much. It's like everything go in a cycle and circle. He got knowledge right there somewhere. So what was going on, the cops used to come and we like, how the fuck do the cops come around, go right to who got the pack and right in the alley, whichever alley, and go to the stash? So old man was saying, man, let me tell you something, little. He was calling me son. Let me tell you something, son. It's one of these motherfuckers in this motherfucking block. Might be one of them old bitches up there somewhere. They telling them what y'all wearing and when y'all coming in and out. And y'all wearing little gold chains and everything else, so they know none of y'all got jobs. Boom, I said, we gonna have a meeting. So we all met the fuck up. I said, let me tell you something. Everybody out here right now. All the team, everybody from your socks to your drawers to your t-shirts, everybody come out this motherfucker, all black every day. Dirty. Take them chains off. When we go out, we had the Gucci suits, we had all that. We go party on this fucking block right here. Everybody. Dirty as fuck. You got your little hoopties, anything else with little rims and assist. Take that shit the fuck on another block. We started doing that, the cops came around. What they got on? All black. The babies, the kids, the grandma, everybody wearing all black. We dirty. They thought it was like a fiend block.
Right, so they thought you were the fiends.
Yeah, and then they hit every other block.
Yeah.
Because they like, oh, that's a drug block. They thought this block was just a dirty block.
Yeah.
So that's why every time they started raiding, the feds came and raided everybody else's block, our block was just prospering.
Okay, so you going from selling drugs, getting into shootouts, and you're starting to realize, okay, this is not going to lead anywhere. This is going to lead to me getting killed or me going to prison. So what makes you guys start taking the rap shit seriously?
Well, actually, we were rap. As far as Naughty by Nature, we was new style first.
Right,
So
exactly.
you remember. So what we was doing, we was already doing that. And don't get it twisted, we all had jobs and everything first. Like my first job getting paid $8 an hour, I was like 16 years old working in a Grand Union warehouse as a selector. I worked as a dietary aide in a hospital. We had and wanted jobs, but it's like if you ain't down with the union and something else, you get let off and anything else. And I lied about my age. You ain't supposed to be there unless you 18. And I'm 16. I just lied just to get a job. So we wanted to work, but it was like ain't no jobs, no opportunities out there for that. And the elements that we was in, you know, it was a hustle block. It's like you could get money here and you don't have a job, and it was like a brotherhood. So it's like you came up into it and you did it, and basically what saved us all was hip hop. Us doing talent shows, winning a gang of talent shows, saying, damn, we might have some talent. It ain't just fun. Let's try to pursue it. So we gave like ourselves basically a show where we invited the Flavor Unit, which was Apache, rest in peace, big bro Apache.
Queen Latifah.
Shakim, Ramsey Lati, Lakim Shabazz, Lord Ali Baski, Chill Rob G. And once we performed for them, they signed us this Flavor Unit management.
Nice.
So we ain't even have a record deal yet. But me, K, and then we was like, you know, we not going to taint the Queen name. This Flavor Unit, this Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
We gave the block over. Like, y'all do this, and we was up recording, creating, doing everything from that. So that really, like our loyalty to the Queen and our loyalty for loving what we was doing, knowing like we seeing our homies dead or locked up all around and everything, like, yo, this it ain't a winning situation for hustling.
Right.
If we gonna do it, we gotta either do one or the other.
Yeah.
Cause we don't want nothing to come back. So that was the blessing in disguise, and basically what saved us. Hip hop and the Flavor Unit and Queen Latifah, Shakim, and everybody came, and we just did nothing but start creating.
Nice. Now, you knew Redman during this time?
Yeah, the funny thing is, this is a funny story. Me and Redman hated each other, yo.
Why did y'all hate each other?
As little kids, cause of a block different radius. I was on Grove Street here, he was on 12th here. Now, Central Avenue is here, this East Orange, this North. So after the riots in the 60s and everything in North, a lot of people migrated to East Orange, Irvington, because North was the wildest. But we weren't from the same city, but a block apart. And we used to go, how me and Redman, it was a park called Hare Park, right, Lincoln School, the block on Central Avenue, and it was like a basketball court and stuff. So everybody used to play basketball. He used to walk there, boom, I walk. We ain't there, that nigga from North, that nigga from me. We looking at each other. So every time the big dudes shoot, they wouldn't let us play. So one time, me and Red just took the ball and ran all the way to the other side of the park where the court. Little niggas, bring that ball, baby. We went out there and we was shooting until they chase us off and throw their ball back and leave. And then after that, we run off and then, we're like, what's up? And we bonded from there. And then the funny thing is, we actually met again just through the industry. Because when we came out, we was from boom. It's like, man, over here. And we used to say, you piece of shit. I remember your ass, man. I used to hate your ass. You used to throw shit, we used to throw rocks at each other and shit. Like, man, fuck you from North, fuck you from East Orange. Like, that type of shit. So that bond from then and from us getting together just on a little thing and stealing the ball to play with each other for 5 fucking seconds before they chase us off just had us, Man, fuck them big niggas, bro. Let's go somewhere. And then we had the bond ever since then.
So there was no rap shit back then. Like he didn't even know he was rapping.
No, we all was freestyling, and the funny thing is, Do It All, Laws of the Underground was
Yeah.
right up the block, but I met Redman first.
Okay.
So it was like everybody, it used to be like amazing, just Club 88, Raleigh Racket Club, talent shows. You feel what I'm saying? Where everybody come out. So you knew everybody rhymed and had skills, but it was like everybody was like, it was a territory thing. You could be a block apart and just be like, oh, but the hip hop came to the point where motherfuckers wasn't throwing rocks at each other no more. They stand on the corner and throw rhymes at each other.
Nice.
Like, oh, you hot? I got something for you. And with that, we all got better because we like, damn, this motherfucker hot.
Yeah.
Go home and write. Like, next time I see him on the corner, I got to get him. This nigga is fire. So, yeah.
So you guys get your first deal with Sugar Hill Records.
Yeah, and it was Bon On Me because it was a subsidiary because Sugar
Right.
Hill was going through all the lawsuits and all that shit.
Okay.
So they had a subsidiary of that, and we were so souped like dummies. Damn, this Sugar Hill game. So we signed a contract without even fucking taking it to a lawyer.
So were you with Flavor Unit when you signed to Sugar
No,
Hill?
no, that was before.
Okay, so before Flavor Unit showed up.
Yeah, we signed that, had New Style. It basically was a shelf sitter.
Okay.
Ain't do shit, boom. So we actually was still on Bon On Me when Flavor Unit got us signed to Tommy Boy, but we didn't tell them.
Ah, okay.
Because we was like, they ain't gonna fuck with us, really.
Yeah, because we already got a record deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So by the time we came the fuck out
Okay.
and
So
blew up and Sugar Hill wanted to sue, it was like, we were so hot, we threw them something where it was like, here, take that. Oh, we'll give them a release for that. Bah.
okay, well, you had the deal with Sugar Hill / Bon Ami, but then y'all went to go get released from that deal.
Yeah, they wouldn't give us a release. And actually, God is great because they ain't call me Trigger for nothing.
Trigger Treach.
Especially after the block got shot up and everything else. It was like, they ain't giving us a release. We signed the Flavor Unit. We ain't never gonna come out. We gonna stay on them forever. They got a lifetime deal. So me and the homies actually rolled up to T-Neck to go and get a release
Okay.
with them things.
Right. You guys had what, the Tech Nines and
We
everything?
had them texts, them Uzis. We was in the Quantum, OG Moo Brown. We was up that motherfucker. Caught a motherfucker, an accident, a fender bender on Route 4 going up there. Boom. OG look at me. Hey, Danny, you know I ain't got no license or insurance on here and the police about to come. We got them big bag of guns in the back seat and everything.
Like, how many guns are you talking about?
Huh?
How many guns did you have?
About 3.
Okay. 3 guns.
But they was
Uzis and Techs and everything.
2 Tech 9s and
Fully
one
automatics.
350 and one 357 Magnum.
Okay.
Johnny, you know what's going. Yeah, I hear you, OG. Which way you running? I'm running this way. So I take the bad guns because I'm like underage. So he over 18. Boom. I'm running all the fuck down Route 4 through boom, 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 boom. And you gotta remember back then there's no cell phones or nothing. So I got to go through the little cuts until I find a phone booth. Yeah, I'm over here, come meet me over here, you know. So I had to wait for like 2 hours in the backyard of somebody's shit until motherfuckers come around the corner. Beep, 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 beep. And I come out, take the guns back, boom. But it's a blessing we didn't get to that point. Because, you know, when you doing shit like that, if somebody come, anything could happen. You ain't coming to shoot nobody, nothing. You ain't coming to get it, sign them on the motherfucking dotted line of release.
Yeah. So that accident kind of saved your life.
Damn sure right. So that's when we was like, what's plan B? Fuck it, we ain't gonna tell them. Let's get this deal and see what happens. And then we start doing that. Oh, is that Naughty by Nature now? They reduced that. Hold on, we got them on contract forever. So, thankful Benny Medina, Warner Brothers, everything else, like, I ain't listen, man. They wasn't doing nothing with y'all. Y'all see, and this before we really like went platinum, but we was starting to have a little heat. Let's talk a deal, sign y'all off. Y'all give them the release.
So they cut Sugar Hill a check.
Basically.
Big check?
big enough to get us gone.
Okay, but they cut it.
Oh yeah.
Because they saw the potential of what they had.
Oh yeah.
So you guys come out with OPP. Did you have any idea what you had on your hands?
Nah.
No, it was just another song that y'all did, and on to the next
Like,
one.
who knows how to make a hit when you never made a hit?
Never made a hit,
and
yeah.
you had an album that sat on a shelf and did nothing when you thought you was hot then.
Right. Oh, because you had an album that came out that did nothing.
New
Okay,
style.
yeah. Right, the new style.
Nah,
album.
check it out.
Okay. So OPP comes out, and it just, because I was on the West Coast at the time, and it was huge out there. It was a nationwide hit. Was it a worldwide hit?
Shit, hell yeah.
Yeah, worldwide hit.
Google it.
Down with OPP.
But you know, really blew up OPP. It was not only like, of course, Flavor Unit, Queen Latifah was on the label and everything else, and the great management team, Shakim and all them. And Tommy Boy was just a great independent label that had everything from the right promoting squad, Radio Squad, Monica Lynch, Tom Silverman. They just had everything in motion as an independent label. You feel me? But Video Jukebox.
Yeah, where you call in and pay
You
for
call
video.
in.
Yeah.
We changed the whole rules for Video Jukebox. Because at the time, anytime you call up, they'll play whatever video you want. Anytime. So it's like you'll go like the whole day, you'll just see OPP back to back to back to back. They said, we got to change this fucking format, yo. Ain't nobody seeing nothing but OPP. Yeah. Now, they could be the top 10 of Video Jukebox, and we'll play them, but Video Jukebox blew us up, and Ralph McDaniels, Video Music Box. He's one of the greatest because before we even blew up, and a lot of artists, he'll play independent artists or straight off the streets. If you had a deal or not, you get a video, and Ralph had it where you hit the channel and it was so fuzzy because it wasn't really a channel. You had to go like the U and boom and the, but he was playing like all classic stuff and new artist shit.
And I remember when y'all came out, and I believe at the time, everyone was flossy. Everyone had gold chains on, the colorful suits.
Yep, high top fade.
High top fades. You came out.
Dance routines.
Yeah, dance routines. Y'all had all black.
From the block. It stuck with us.
Yeah, exactly. The all black from the block. You had braids.
Couldn't even see the parts.
Right.
They was just looking mad.
Was there any rappers with braids back then?
Nah, I mean, we always say we turn the fades to braids.
The fades to braids.
You know what I mean? And show cuz and all that. And it was like you said, it was like everybody else was like that, and we were straight off the block.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do shit like to have like the old gangster zoot suits and all that, like for like Naughty by Nature. And then everybody's trying to send us the stylists and all the rest of that shit. And it was like through like Flavor Unit and everything else, like Apache, once again, Gangsta Bitch. You already know the OG. He was, man, fuck all that, man. Go up in that motherfucker, take a photo shoot. What the fuck? Y'all, what y'all wearing now?
Yeah. And then you had the Timberlands back then.
The Timbs with Dickie suits, braids.
Right.
Bats.
And like, I mean, was everyone in New York wearing Timbs back then, or was that just like a
Nah, it was a thing, but what was different with us, I think that took us like basically, we had like Dickie suits. So Dickie suits was basically like a West Coast thing.
Yeah.
Then we had Timberlands on, which was strictly East Coast.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers started looking like, they from the East Coast. They got hold on. They from the West Coast. Yo, where these motherfuckers from? And we wouldn't tell nobody. So everybody just loved it without even worrying about where he's from. Because like if he wasn't from New York, like it was like, or NWA, it was like, fuck you. So when we rolled that out, it was like, by the time they figured out Jersey and everything else, and then we had the OPP cover with 7 Fab Projects straight abandoned because everybody thought Jersey was like straight up like green grass, T-neck, Bergenfield.
The Garden
They
State.
didn't know it was no motherfucking ghettos in motherfucking Jersey.
Right.
And then they said, oh shit.
Right. Y'all had baseball bats, I think.
They from the East Coast.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. Nobody in New York dressing like that. Everybody fresh. Nobody. Them niggas right next door. Oh shit.
I mean, do you think that Naughty by Nature kind of changed the direction of like Timberland boots? Because it seemed like once y'all started doing it, it became a hip hop thing, a fashion thing, and now you fast forward today, you see the memes of like,
it was the old throwback original Jordans, Air Ones, and the fucking Wallabies and the British Walkers, and the Pumas,
y'all wore
Adidas
Timbs.
Lace. We had Timberland boots,
right? Because I had never heard of Timbs, and now you see dudes everywhere wearing Timbs. It's a fashion thing, but. You know, I mean, did Timberland ever like thank you or cut y'all a check or anything of that sort?
No.
Nothing, huh?
Nah, hell no.
Once again, just like how Tommy never cut a check to Grand Poobah or
come on, Adidas.
Well, Adidas cut a check to Run DMC.
Well, they ain't cut no check to us.
No, you never got nothing out of it.
We was taking photos and all the rest of that shit. They gave us a gang of free motherfucking gear.
So you guys come out with OPP, and then after that, you just kept dropping hits.
Yeah, but it was so great. Now I gotta give a shout out to my bro, another one I lost, Tupac.
Yeah.
Because the funny thing is, we met on the road because Naughty was like, yo, Latifah was going on the road. They said, "Want to take somebody out, but we only got a slot for one." K and Vince said, "Get this motherfucker off the block." Because he needs to get the fuck away because he too long, he's going to be gone. So I was a roadie, which is carrying bags.
For Queen Latifah.
You damn right.
Yeah.
So it was the Public Enemy tour, Public Enemy, Heavy D, Queen Latifah, Digital Underground, and that was like an open act. But Tupac was a roadie
for Digital Underground, yeah.
So we met on the road being bag carriers. And then he'll come out, same song, he rap. Then I rap with Latifah, had my little slot. And then boom, when we get in after we carry our shit, we like, where we going? Let's find a hood, get some weed. So we, not even knowing, every city we went in, we just started building relationship because while everybody else sound check and doing, we in the hood. And we there. So Tupac got me actually in Juice movie.
Yeah.
So you see me, they's like, why is you with the Puerto Rican gang over there? I said, how am I saying it? I was Dominican. We was uptown, I was from Washington Heights. That's why I was in there.
Well, you tried out for the Bishop role, right?
Yeah, and I didn't know shit about acting. Latifah said, you were going to do more than just be a rapper, go and try for them. I'm like, all right, I'll do. So I'm reading the role like, Riverside, Pac was, he went to school. He went to school of art. He knew how, he came up in there. He actually read right after I did. I came out, I'm like, whatever. He go up in there, boom, he's just a motherfucker, you gonna live, die, bitch, bop, bop. I'm standing outside, I'm like, yo, you all right? He said, nah, I'm ready for the road. I said, nigga, you better get that motherfucker out, cause you convinced my ass. He got it, and if you see, Pac always had his family. It was us, it was me, him, Ed Lover, Mo Preem, rest in peace again, Live Squad, from Queens, Big Stretch. He had like 7 of us in his suite, just because he kept everybody, and he was like, yo, I'm gonna get you in this role. So he had me, I'm an extra, I ain't even had no lines, but I was in the movie. So what was so crazy at the time, after OPP, Tommy Boy wanted to drop a whole nother like party record. I'm like, nah, man, nah. Let's do something on a whole different shit that's hardcore. So it was a big debate on what's coming after OPP. But the Juice movie was coming out at the same time, basically while I was there, and they needed a soundtrack song. So we had Uptown Anthem that we made for the movie, but on the album, and we put that on the soundtrack.
Right.
So then the movie put out, they wanted to do a video for Uptown Anthem. So when Tommy Boy seen the hardcore boom, 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 and it wasn't like a jolly party record anthem type shit, they was like, okay, I feel you. What do you want to do next? We said, Ghetto Bastard.
Yeah.
So they started listening, like, why you want to do that? I said, well, we had the ABC, Jackson 5 sample on that, OPP. This one has Bob Marley, Everything's Gonna Be All Right, but it's a conscious song. And back then, like, every song, what was beautiful about the 90s is like, every song sounded different. you had conceptual songs. You was talking about, so everything's gonna be all right, even though the title was Ghetto Bastard, and that was with the song Never Knew My Dad, Motherfuck the Fact, and they seen us in the projects and hustling and boom and that. They said, wow, that is great. That is great. So we did that, and then the big debate. Damn, man, what are they fucking, they got a new album, how they gonna top it? We said, watch what we do. They said, I think they can't never top OPP. We said, watch. We did Hip Hop Hooray song.
Spike Lee did the video.
Spike Lee did the video. Eazy-E is on 18th Street that we hustled on. If you see it, look like a drive-by. Mm-hmm. But he comes out with water guns.
Right.
So in the movie Straight Outta Compton, when he was coming to see Cube in New York, he was there, but through all the years of me and Pac, every spot we went, we just had connects and vibes. So he was there in the video. Spike Lee directed it. We filmed that in Jersey, and we filmed it in Brooklyn, Flatbush. You feel me? And it was like, they did it again.
Yeah, and it was just an ode to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Hip Hop
song
Hooray!
dedicated.
Ho!
We love hip hop.
Hey.
Thank you, hip hop, for saving our lives.
Yeah, pretty much. And it was such a universal record. Even today, when you hear it, you can't help but to just fall in love with hip hop again. You know what I mean?
We broke the record. Most played hip hop song at the Olympics. Most played hip hop song Super Bowls. Most played hip hop song in halftimes. Most played hip hop song NBA, NFL. Bam.
And you guys were the first group to win a rap Grammy.
Yeah, but let me tell you about this shit.
Okay.
Well, you know you in America, and you're still a nigga, because they ain't even air our part.
Really?
Like, we couldn't go on stage. We had to go in the back and say thank you. So we couldn't even go on stage and thank nobody on television.
Right, because Jay-Z, I think at one point, ended up boycotting the Grammys because they were doing that shit. That was after you guys won?
Yeah, we boycotted their ass too. After we had to walk out the back door with our Grammys.
Yeah. Well, you did win a Grammy though.
Motherfucking
It's
right.
the Grammy winning group, Naughty by Nature.
You motherfucker.
You got to say that before you say Naughty by Nature. Moving
kiss
forward.
my ass, goddammit. You ain't gotta invite me back. Fuck you.
So you and Tupac stayed really close the whole time. Now you had mentioned, like I had, I know a lot of people that were really close to Tupac, and I remember me and QD3 got into this long conversation, and he was telling me how working with Tupac in the studio when he was producing him, he always felt like Tupac had this urgency to hurry up and get this music finished because he felt he didn't have a lot of time on this earth. Now you had said something similar. Explain.
Basically, a lot of people don't know Tupac before he was born. Rest in peace again, Mama Feeney Shakur.
Yeah.
Like, she was pregnant, locked up.
She was part of the Panther 21.
He's a baby Black Panther, man. Like, he always said, my mouth gonna get me in trouble. But he was taught from a young age on what really the system and what America we really live in. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when we go to school, our Black history ain't teach us the Black history, the Black power history, what was going on. And it wasn't like it was on the media, anything else, and you looked at anything like that, like if they were urban terrorists. And everybody think they was thugs, the Panthers. They don't know they were scholars, they was teachers, they were professors, that gave all that up to put their life on the line for better all of us. So he was raised under that. Mopreem was raised under that. His brother, you know what I mean? So he had that in there, and he knew, like, it's gonna come one day where when I start putting out this, besides Brenda's Got a Baby, Dear Mama, and when I get really, like, political on him, I'm gonna be a target. And then what hurt him the worst is like the New York incident where he got robbed in the studio.
The Quad Studios.
Yeah, he's like, man, for all I do and represent for my people, I just never thought my own people would shoot me.
Right.
So that's when the urgency went from like maybe doing 2 or 3 songs in the studio a day to like 5 to 10.
Oh, so that incident did it.
I mean, he was on it. He was recording way more than people was like, but that what really turned it up because he was like, it switched. It's like after you, it's like me. I got jumped when I was in kindergarten by the Project Kids that was around the corner. Mm-hmm. And that switched my whole shit. I was jingle, jangle, 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 boom. Oh, la, 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 la. Everything is all fucking good. Till I got jumped. And it sparked the shit with me where I'm like, it won't happen again.
Well, you had mentioned that when Pac was in the hospital, he felt like the doctors were going to poison him through the needles and stuff like that. He just became really paranoid.
Yeah, I mean, Mama Feeney was like, when I came to the hospital, she like, yo, please talk to him. They saying if he leave, he wants to check himself out. An infection could kill him. So I said, all right, Ma, I'm going to come talk to him. So when I came up in, he was like, I know what you're going to say, fuck that, I need to go. I said, all right, we going to go. You feel me? Like, you got to realize, Auntie Assata Shakur, you feel what I'm saying? She's been exiled and on the run since the 70s. Panther, when she's there in the ambulance, when she gets shot, they sticking their fingers in her bullet wounds. Saying, wow, bitch, you gonna die, you ain't gonna make it. So when the uncles came and broke out of prison, anything else, when he's sitting in the hospital, he like, I don't trust none of these motherfuckers at all. Get me out of this motherfucker. I said, let's go.
I heard there was an actress that he stayed with right after the hospital. Do you know who that was?
No, if I did, I wouldn't say it.
Okay, fair enough. So, Tupac had this interview because, okay, he got shot at Quad Studios. And he was on his way to a studio session, and like Biggie and Diddy and all of them were there. And after he got shot, he talked about how everyone sort of turned their back on him. That he thought that him and Biggie were friends, and Biggie didn't do anything to help him at that point. And the one thing that he compared that situation to was with you. He said, when Treach had problems with the Rolling 60s, I came in and I helped fix that situation.
We all fix each other shit and everything else, but once Pac introduced me to Biggie, Biggie was my nigga, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what Pac didn't understand at the time, like, Biggie wasn't a street nigga. He's one of the greatest of all times and a great lyricist, but Biggie was basically telling stories of the ghetto he grew up in. Let me tell you some shit right now, man. What happened in that shit, Biggie had a lot of real live gangsters from the street with his circle. You feel what I'm saying? And Pac didn't understand that Biggie probably feared these motherfuckers, but Biggie loved Pac. You feel what I'm saying? And Pac's problem with Biggie was that he couldn't go, like, when shit happened with Pac, I go, he said, yo, put your ear on the street. I put my ear on the streets and we had, same with him, put it. Biggie couldn't talk or go to none of them because he wasn't that street nigga. You feel me? Did Biggie set Pac up? I'm gonna say hell fucking no. Mm-hmm. And Biggie couldn't go and tell nobody nothing. So many people was in the studio, motherfuckers just knew Pac was coming and just squatted in the wait for him.
Well, I interviewed Napoleon.
Mm-hmm. And them nephews. You feel what I'm saying? And listen, nigga, I'm Uncle OG. You feel me? They gonna ride no matter what when Pac. The thing is, Pac and Big never had a chance to sit the fuck down and get it where now both sides was all on, I'm riding with Big, I'm riding with motherfucking Pac. They die beefing, we gonna beef forever. Not the fuck on my watch. Because I know real live fucking stories, man.
Well, I interviewed Napoleon from the Outlaws.
And that's nephew.
Yeah. And he said,
when my brother went up to Haitian Jack, you know, my brother's a little crazy. He like, this is my brother, he from the Outlaws, you got a problem with him? And Haitian Jack was like, oh, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? He was like, this is from the Outlaws, this is Napoleon, this is one of Pac homies, what's going on? And we started conversating with Haitian Jack, you know, we like, what happened in New York City when Pac got shot? You know, word on the street that you had some involvement with it. And Haitian Jack was like, look, man, you know, the people that shot Pac was people that loved me. He said when Pac started talking, you know, down on me, I'm loved in the streets. He said the people took it on their own. He said I never told them to go do it. It was just people that loved me decided to take it in their own hands. He said, but it never came from me.
Man, I don't know shit about that. See, the thing is that everybody gotta learn to understand. Watch who you roll with and who your people. You understand what I'm saying? Because certain people that's around your cipher can do shit and you get blamed for the shit.
yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And I had instances where my homies and robbed motherfuckers and boom, I had to bring Jews back. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they had to get chastised and motherfucking disciplined. You feel what I'm saying? But you gotta know your fucking cycle and circle. You feel what I'm saying? And cause a motherfucker could come to you and get you for something somebody else fucking did. You know what killed Pac and Big? Let's get some real shit right here. I might not have too much longer because I don't give a fuck. After they died, I died with them. I'm here haunting niggas with the truth.
Yeah.
When you got that motherfucking Vibe magazine, right? When you see Big and Puff on the cover, East versus West. When I saw that fucking cover, I said, man, what the fuck is going on? Gangsters don't read articles. Niggas on the East Coast like, yo, it's on. Wait till them West Coast niggas come out here. West Coast like, oh, it's on. Wait till them East Coast niggas come out here. So it baited up a whole shit that fucking went down that had just so many cycles of all Biggie followers and riders, all Pac riders, motherfuckers that didn't even know neither one of them, gangster ass motherfuckers. It could have really turned into a motherfucking East Coast, West Coast war.
Right, because I remember people that even weren't part of this situation started to chime in. Like I remember, like J. Rue the Damager had an album called "The Sun Rises in the East," and I felt that was kind of a shot at the West Coast a little bit, and you know what I mean. And then Ice Cube would say a line, said, you know, he responded and would say, the sun rises in the east, but it sets in the
hip
west.
hop is all like,
you know,
battle orientated from the door. So even if it ain't this, but now you gotta understand, hip hop is so ghetto and street. You got real live gangsters. This is their anthem to their life, their music for their life. So what you might do as rappers is battle motherfuckers in the street, take it seriously, like take a nigga head off.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I feel like the worst thing that could have happened was just the choice of song, like 6 months after basically Pac was gone, Biggie had going back to Cali.
Yeah.
Song, you feel me? Like, I feel like that song should have just been thrown the fuck away.
Right.
Because he's so talented, because it was like, and you shoot it in Cali, I'm going back, and Pac not here no more.
Right, and then Biggie put out "Who Shot Ya," which
I mean,
claimed wasn't about Pac, but you know what I'm saying. And I even talked to the producer about it.
Listen,
but you know what I'm saying.
Yo,
the impression of it made it look bad.
Let me tell you something. Biggie could not let after motherfucking goddamn Pac come the fuck out. Motherfucker, I fucked your wife. Boom, 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 boom. Fuck you, Biggie. Fuck you, blah, blah, blah. Man, Biggie's a battle motherfucker. And it's like he couldn't let that fucking shit go on that. And he's one of the best lyricists. So he's basically like, who shot ya? Cause I've been told you I don't know and I can't fucking find the motherfuckers. And if I can, I'm not that street nigga and fucking and goddamn it, let's do this on the record and battle and battle and battle and battle, battle, battle. And let me tell you something the fuck else. Them motherfuckers won't find out or know unless they hear from this shit. How it was so blown up. Naughty by Nature and Bad Boy was on tour together after the Tupac and Biggie beef while both of them was still on the planet. We on tour. We going to every after party, everything else. A couple of days go by, I'm looking at C's, Junior, Mark, Kim, Big. I'm like, yo, man, what's good? I'm going to them. After I come back, y'all need weed? Hell yeah. They not leaving the hotels. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why you ain't partying? Man, fuck that, man. Sugar them on that bullshit pop up. I'm like, what? So hold the fuck up, man. That's when you had the big phones and all that, man.
The brick phone.
Yo, Pac, what's up? Where you at? I'm in the office over here. What's your over here? Let him hit. Y'all on the road? I say, yeah, man, motherfucker, man, Big and them don't even want to party with us, man. They ain't going no after parties, boom, boom, boom. He like, man, I'm going to tear this nigga ass up on some records, man. We going to make money. And then she'll go, fuck, hey, Treach, man, tell them bitch ass niggas to go out and party and everything else, man. We going to make money off this motherfucking shit. Nigga, he want Pac the best. We going to see who the best, man. Tell them niggas stop being scared. Long story short, they was coming out with the shiny suits on and everything else. That next day after they partied with us and heard the conversation, they out partied with us every fucking night. Came on stage with Timberland boots and naughty boxers. No shiny suits, just the ties with no shirt on. Ask about me. Motherfucker, the media blew some shit out of fucking proportion. The niggas, y'all need to know how to stay in your lane, mind your business. It's a few motherfuckers I'ma kill before I die. This motherfucker, he said, she said, they said, word is, and actual facts. Because them motherfuckers get niggas to kill each other when they don't have no proof, nothing, and sometimes it takes for two motherfuckers that was boys to sit the fuck down together and straighten the shit out with no motherfuckers around but them.
But to be fair, and let's talk about actual facts. Because a lot of times Biggie is painted as almost the victim in this whole thing, where Pac was the aggressor and Biggie didn't really say nothing. But there was that one incident when Death Row was shooting the New York video. Biggie called into the radio station, I think it was Hot 97, and was like, yo, New York, we looking soft. You know, they filming the New York, you know, Dog Pound filming a video, and then the video set gets shot up.
All right, man. It's the point of the matter. Whether it was that, it was Listen, when shit starts going the fuck down, and New York is the mecca of hip hop, and hip hop is very motherfucking your reputation and everything else. Pac was eating the nigga ass up. You feel what I'm saying? They got ran the fuck out of Cali. Now is another bad fucking call for Snoop and them to come over here filming a New York video that's kicking over buildings in fucking Brooklyn.
Well, originally New York was supposed to be a tribute to New York.
It ain't turned the fuck out.
It didn't turn out like that, but originally, because I remember, I think I talked to Corrupt.
I'm the king of New York. His name was Frank White. You notice how since somebody from the West Coast will say they're the king of fucking New York, they automatically assume we're disrespecting New York.
Right.
I'm sick of that shit. We don't have a problem with you, New York. Stop it, my nigga. King of New York is a fucking movie.
Who the fuck real live street niggas gonna analyze some fucking hip hop on some shit like that and be like, you disrespectful motherfuckers gonna come in my town and shoot some shit? Come the fuck on. You ain't going in nobody, I don't give a fuck whether it's fuck Idaho. And go in they town, cause it's a ghetto where every fucking where and there's real niggas every fucking where, and ain't nobody gonna let you disrespect whether they whole hood is only a block long. Go to they motherfucking town, disrespect them, they gonna tear your ass the fuck up. That part.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yep.
So that's where the fucking shit went astray and all the rest of that shit. And as long I could talk for hours, everything else on that like that, but stay tuned. I'm on Treach Tribe IG, Treach Tribe Instagram. My shit got hacked, so I started from brand new. Follow that shit. Y'all gonna be seeing motherfucking real live fucking truth on shit, how it goes. And I ended with this. Was no fucking gangbang or no street shit that Killed Pac a Big, nigga. To be fucking continued. Translation. Watch what the fuck you doing, who you with, and don't let nobody get in front of your family. You sit down and talk to them for everybody else outside coming. Both of y'all end up fucking dead, yo.
Situation happened in Vegas. Suge's car with Pac in it gets shot up. I interviewed, I believe his name is Chris Carroll.
I looked at him once again. I said, what happened? Who did this? Who shot you? And now he's looking at me, so we're looking at each other in the eyes. And this is kind of the first time he's even acknowledging my presence. And he looked at me, and I could tell he was, he was getting a breath together to tell me. And he looked me right in the eyes, and we looked at each other, and he said, "Fuck you." And he said it just like that, with the emphasis on that F to, to really let me know. That's how he felt. So he said that, and right after he said it, he just kind of started gurgling, and you could tell he was in bad shape, and his eyes, he's starting to lose consciousness then, and his eyes roll back. And as it turns out, that would be his last conscious moment and his last words.
Probably.
Have you heard that story before?
Heard a lot of stories.
But this is a story from the actual police who actually saw it.
They might have said, fuck that, you asking me something now. For one, I ain't no motherfucking snitching. For one, while you wasn't doing your fucking job, you roll up on the bike after the fuck I got shot.
But Tupac's last words were, "Fuck the police."
I mean, probably you see him after he got shot going into the motherfucking ambulance in New York with his motherfucking finger up. You feel what I'm saying? So, probably.
How do you, number one, when you heard the news that Pac got shot in Vegas, what went through your head?
I mean, I think everybody first and foremost was like, oh, Pac got shot before, he gonna make it.
He gonna be okay.
You feel me? Do it, but I knew it was serious when they just told how many calls they just said, just squat, don't fly out yet. It's a circus here. You gonna come out here and you gonna just squat. And so it was a lot of things. I'm like, just squat. I'm like, okay, it's cool. And it's a circus, I understand that. You feel what I'm saying? But then when the reports was like going out, like he was there, I'm like, yo, I'm flying out, boom, 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 boom. And they keeping me back, but our family is all Vegas. They keep me posted. They's like, everything good, chill, boom, 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 stand, boom, boom. And just when the reports was coming out and I'm calling everybody, nobody was answering my fucking call. And I started knowing something the fuck is up. I started knowing something really was the fuck up. Yeah.
Did you get to see him? Did you go to the hospital before he died?
Nah.
No.
They listen, man. I'm one nigga that couldn't have been up in that motherfucker. Cause if I would have seen how he really looked, I really would have known it wasn't gonna be a good look. And a lot of people there, bitch ass bodyguards and all the shit that was around there looking concerned. I wouldn't be here now because their heads would have been fucking off right there at the hospital. So everybody knew not to fucking call me up in that motherfucker, man. There's a whole lot of words about this, that, so-and-so, so-and-so. I don't do that. I want to find out everything beforehand, and I was too hot-headed at that motherfucking time. And it would have been some wrong niggas probably just fucked up. And you wouldn't even seen me after that. Cause I'd have been definitely dead, but for sure locked the fuck up. Forever. You feel me?
You wrote "Mourn You Till I Join You," which I felt was the most heartfelt, song about Tupac. How hard was that song to write?
I'm gonna cry through every fucking verse.
So
Cry through the whole video. Hard to even watch the song without shedding tears. feel me? Whole different beast. Like when you got a brother and y'all dirt ass fucking poor, nobody know you or anything else. Y'all grow to be rich, famous, millionaires and anything else, and then you gotta survive the streets and die in this motherfucking industry. Like the most kind-hearted people that he was like a movement. He was a man of a movement. He wanted to save his people. He wanted to do so much shit for the people. He was a baby Panther and shit. And who had him get assassinated like that, like, it's very disrespectful.
Did you ever see Murder Rap, the documentary?
I don't look at too many. I seen a lot of shits. I don't even know all the names of them shits, but I don't have to look at some shit I hear about what's said about shit. But listen, man, if anybody was going out to make money off shit, everybody got their own motherfucking story, man.
Well, I've always felt that the murder of Tupac is the worst kept secret of all time.
And Biggie.
And Biggie. But Tupac in particular, because in Murder Rap, Keefe D, who's Orlando Anderson's uncle, described the shooting and described, because the dude that they jumped, he describes how they went and shot at the car afterwards. There's actual audio of him confessing to this.
All right, well, if it was there, then they know what's going on. I mean, I'll leave it at this and then we'll end this interview. As far as I fucking see it. Anybody been to a Tyson fight and ain't fighting Vegas, man? If you staying 3 fucking miles down the road, they'll tell you don't drive nowhere because you're not going to go nowhere. The traffic's so thick. Gangbangers do shit they want you to know they did shit, or if they didn't, they want to have the name of rapper doing some shit and anything else, but they always fucking, at the end of the day, you get caught. Biggie get killed in motherfucking Beverly Hills outside of Vibe of fucking wars and shit, and this motherfucker just floats into the fucking sunset or the fucking sun going down. Where you gonna have a jaywalking charge in the helicopter Ghetto bird to be on your ass, and you can't go no fucking where. So with all that shit, where all these police, where all the feds, the fuck was that was supposed to be following Death Row, Bad Boy Big and everything, when all this shit going, ain't no motherfucking body there. Gangsters do shit, and they wanted to be known they did shit, and pass all the rest of that shit. Fuck around, believe everything, 2 of my niggas, they was assassinated professional fucking hits, man. Fuck out of here, man. Say some niggas did that shit, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Motherfucking this goddamn wintertime in motherfucking Florida, too, then. Believe anything the fuck you want. Some niggas did that. While all the rappers ain't nobody getting caught for no fucking bodies and shit.
I feel you, man.
Why ain't nobody getting motherfucking caught? Fuck anybody believe some old bullshit. Niggas stop killing each other, man. Get them guns. Don't put them up. Get them ready, man. To get on the same team, nigga. Because we the enemies, goddammit. And you gonna have us killing each other forever. Doing a fucking job for them, man. Give a fuck? Yeah, I'll be next. I don't give a fuck. I'm ready.